Hi, I hope you're well. It's the 9th of December and it's like nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I have just fake tan and my face looks so red. Like, I don't know if I was scratching it or something, but I got out of the shower and was like, what the fuck? So anyway, that's just the deal at the moment. So today I woke up at about 6:30, I think, 6:37, or 6:30 it was. Anyway, I'm sure you don't care. And I went to the gym and just hopped on the Stairmaster. I haven't been to the gym since Monday because I hadn't been feeling well this week, and I just decided to take it easy. So I just went for walks down the street here this week, and I really miss it when I don't go to the gym. So I just hopped on the Stairmaster, which is my fail-safe exercise when I don't really want to think about it and I just want to get back into things. It was really challenging. I just do half an hour and it makes me sweat like nothing else. So I like it because it's not mentally challenging. I mean, it is mentally challenging, but at the same time it's not, because you just step. And I also like it from a self-discipline kind of thing. Like, it's pretty boring. But anyway, I was listening to a podcast episode this morning. Which one? Yeah, I was doing that. And so since then I have just been, I went and saw my grandma and helped her out for a bit, and then I went and got a new battery for my car, which was money I really did not want to spend, $200, but the last couple of days when I've been starting my car, it's like struggled to turn over. So this morning I was like, I feel like this is a battery issue, and if I don't get it sorted, I'm gonna like not be able to turn it on when I'm somewhere really inconvenient. So proud of myself for just getting it done straight away. So I went to Super Cheap, they tested the battery, that was the problem, thank God, and just got a new one, and hopefully Steve can put that in my car tomorrow because I don't know how to do it. And then I have just been sitting here. I just cut up some carrots to have with this hummus, and I've been doing this blog post, I don't know if you can really see it, on 20 inspiring Instagram accounts for women in their 20s, which has taken forever to embed. I've embedded 3 photos from each person's Instagram account, so 60 photos that I went and like found, so that took forever, and then formatting it was just a bit of a nightmare, but anyway, it's fine. So that's nearly done, and today is the final day of content creation for the month. As I've been saying, I'm trying something new where the first 10 days, and actually I've decided from doing this that it's going to be the first week, but anyway, the first 10 days of the month are for content creation, so podcast episodes, blog posts, and email newsletters, and then the rest of it's basically for marketing, course creation, all of like growing my business things, because I have noticed this year that I really can let myself stay stressed about content creation so that I have an excuse not to do the more challenging stuff. So I thought that by doing all of that, batching it together in the first week, so the reason I'm changing it from being the first 10 days of the month to the first week is because it only really took me a week. I started on the 4th and today is the 10th. So today I'm just scheduling all the blog posts that they're already written, but I'm just putting it in WordPress and scheduling the newsletters as much as I can, and the podcast episodes, which I did some of tomorrow, and yesterday was actually so productive, and today as well. I haven't actually checked Instagram since Friday, and it's Sunday, and it feels really good to not look at it. So I have been really focused, and yesterday it took me only an hour and a half, I think, to upload my 8 videos to YouTube and schedule them, which had taken me before like so much more time than that, and I just let myself stay stressed about it. That was the main thing I was using as an excuse not to do the other stuff, and I literally just didn't do anything else, wasn't listening to anything at the same time, wasn't trying to watch anything at the same time. I just focused. Then I did that, and then I scheduled the podcast episodes as well that I recorded yesterday, and I finished way sooner than I expected. I was like, this is weird. I have like extra time. So I'm working really, really hard on when I finish something ahead of time. In some circumstances, I might bring something forward from the following day, but generally I kind of want to just like reward myself with actually just having that as free time, downtime, whatever. So yesterday I was like, well, I'm not going to try and fit in stuff from today, because I just find that if I do that, like I have to create the feeling of I'm done now. Like, it's not like a 9-to-5 job, though I know for sure that when you're in a corporate job it doesn't ever feel done either. But because there is no home time for me, if I don't actually force myself to create it, it doesn't happen. And if I never say, okay, I'm done for the day, like if I just keep topping it up all the time, I never get that like, oh, I achieved everything I wanted to achieve kind of feeling. So I went and did my food shopping, and then I did some meal prep and watched Beauty and the Beast before Steve got home, and that was really good actually. I love Emma Watson, and I hadn't seen Beauty and the Beast since I was a kid, so I couldn't even really remember the plot. So it was actually like really good. And I just watched it, like didn't have my phone on me, nothing, just fully watching it, which is definitely 20 times better than how I feel when I watch something while trying to look at my phone at the same time. So that was really good. And then Steve and I just watched Riverdale last night. So I've still got a bit to do today. I just need to finish scheduling these posts and then doing the newsletters and everything. But I am sure that if I am focused, I will be done before Steve gets home. And then I'm just gonna, I know how proud of myself I'm gonna feel to have, like this week, I have really planned everything and then done everything. Like there's been no variations besides the workout stuff, but I was feeling sick, so I don't count that. But yeah, it just feels so good to make a plan and follow it. So I decided that Monday morning is going to be my planning time for the week. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, and I think it's going to work well because I work a longer shift on Monday at my part-time job, and I start at 11:30. So I leave here around 10:30, so there should be a perfect amount of time for me to get up, work out, and then do my planning for the week and self-coaching scholars. So yeah, that's basically everything I've got going on. The other thing as well is, just because these daily vlogs, I want to like share what's happening as it's happening. An idea I just had before was creating like a self-belief routine, if that makes sense. Like I haven't heard of anyone really doing it or anything, but because of the way that I'm goal setting for the coming year, which is to set an impossible goal, and the criteria for that is that you have to feel like it's impossible, which means you currently don't believe it's possible. And Brooke, my mate Brooke Castillo, whose course I'm doing, Self-Coaching Scholars, which is where I have learned that whole way of goal setting, she really, really talks about how you have to believe the what, which is the result, without knowing the how, because there's lots of different ways to do it. But if you don't believe it's possible, or if you only believe it's possible because of one certain way you think you can do it, then that belief usually isn't strong enough to get you there. Because if you have a belief that's dependent on having it happen a certain way and then it doesn't happen that way, then you often lose the belief, when really there could just be other ways to do it. So I'm thinking about creating some kind of like affirmation I already have one, which I like to write down. I don't like to say them. I say them sometimes in my brain, but I like to physically write it out. I find that that's always, for studying and for everything, just being the best way for me to like get something in my brain. So I was thinking of doing that. I'm currently doing it with one phrase, but I was thinking of doing it with a few and kind of just paying attention to podcast episodes and that kind of thing to listen to beliefs that people who've achieved my goal have, thoughts they have, and just literally drill those thoughts into my mind manually by writing them out. And I know that method has worked for me before, so just kind of playing around with the idea of having that. And I was also listening to an interview that Brooke did, and I've probably spoken about this before because I've probably listened to it at least 10 times at this point, that Brooke did with 3 of her coaches that made $100,000 in their first year. And what was I going to say about that? I don't know what I was going to say about that. But basically, I really want to steal some thoughts from them because they talk about, like, I like it particularly because they were so recently in the same place that I am now. Whereas I think that when I listen to people who've been successful for quite a while, they find it, like, I think it's just harder to remember what beliefs they used to have about things. Whereas if it was like a year ago, they can be like, this is what I used to believe about money and success and blah, blah. This is what I believe now. So I've been like listening to that on repeat just to sort of drill all of that into my head. But yeah, I'm thinking, that's what I was going to say. One of them was saying that she coaches as well. Like, she helps Brooke with Brooke's accreditation, whatever thingy. And she was saying that her advice to people is that, like, we want to spend, if you're building a business, you want to spend so much time on the how and like the nuts and bolts and all the work. But she was saying if you can spend more time cultivating the belief, and obviously you still have to work, this isn't like, just believe it and it happens, but once you believe it, you work in a completely different way and you make decisions in a completely different way, and you don't give up at the same point you normally would. So yeah, I've just been thinking about doing that, having it be like maybe half an hour. So probably writing like 3 kind of affirmation thingies. But anyway, that's just something I'm thinking about. I don't know yet if I'm going to do it or what it would look like. But I am serious about stepping up my game. So that's it. I'm going to just eat my carrot and hummus and get these posts up so that in 3 hours I can be feeling super proud of myself and super excited for the coming week. So I'm also so excited because this means, and I mean, it's Christmas and there's a few Christmas parties and things, but it means that I have 3 weeks that I can do all the things I'm normally like, I don't have time to do. And the reason I was thinking I didn't have time to do them was because I was so busy doing this stuff, because I was procrastinating on this stuff so that I could use it as an excuse, as I've been saying. So now it's like I literally have all of this time ahead of me, and because I have really gotten all my procrastination and a lot of my limiting beliefs, I'm sure I still have many, but a lot of the ones that had been holding me back sort of out of the way, I'm just really excited. But anyway, I'll keep you updated, I'm sure, because life is a roller coaster, that I will be like this, and right now I'm on the up, but yeah, just feeling really like determined, which is such a good feeling, and really like just that really great feeling that I did everything I planned. So anyway, I will talk to you tomorrow.